Here we have a discussion worksheet that goes along with our theme unit on Clifford, the big red dog. So we have some questions that we're going to talk about. Before we start answering those questions, though, we need to make sure that we've read or at least watched on YouTube the story of Clifford, the small red puppy, because we'll find our answers for the questions here in this book. And we're going to answer these top questions just verbally without writing them out. All right, let's make sure you've got that book done first. All right, let's look at each question. So part A says, answer each question in a complete sentence. So we'll just talk about these ones instead of writing them down. Number 1, how did Emily Elizabeth get Clifford? Emily Elizabeth got Clifford from her neighbor. Her neighbor had puppies. Question 2, what is a runt? A runt, which Clifford was, is the smallest puppy in the litter. A runt has a hard time surviving because all the bigger puppies push the runt out of the way when it comes to drinking mother's milk. Number 3, why did Clifford begin to grow? Well, this was because Emily Elizabeth gave Clifford so much love. The love she gave to Clifford was magical, and it made him grow as big as her love for him. Number 4, why was Clifford sent to the country? Clifford had to go to the country because Emily Elizabeth and her family lived in an apartment in the city, and Clifford was too big for the apartment and even too big for the backyard area of the apartment. He needed to go to the country where he had a lot more space. Okay, part B says, make each word mean more than one. Here we have the word puppy. To make puppies, we drop the Y and add an I. So here's pup, drop the Y, add an I, E-S, puppies. Word number 2, city. To make city into cities, we drop the Y and add an I and E-S, cities. Number 3, bottle becomes bottles. We just simply add an S at the end, bottles. Number 4, door. We simply add an S at the end to make doors. Number 5, lady. To make ladies, we drop the Y and add an I and ES, ladies. Number 6, pillow. To make that into pillows, we just simply add an S, pillows. Part C. Find the word in the story that is the opposite of each word below. Biggest, opposite of biggest is smallest, or we could also say tiniest, smallest. Opposite of found is lost, lost. Opposite of happy. Opposite of happy is sad. 4, opposite of hated. Opposite of hated is loved. 5, opposite of tight. That'll be loose, loose. 6, opposite of bigger. Opposite of bigger is smaller, smaller. smaller. E. What would you do if your pet grew as big as Clifford? What are some of your ideas? I would ride my pet, like Emily and Elizabeth does sometimes. I think that would be a lot of fun. I would ride my pet. I guess you can do that if you have a horse. It's Clifford, the small red puppy. Questions for discussion and writing.